Ladies and gentlemen, the 2016 new student convocation ceremony at the University of Michigan Flint is about to begin. Please turn off all cell phones and pagers and keep them turned off for the duration of the ceremony. Let the processional music by the UM Flint Brass Ensemble under the direction of Christopher Heidenreich begin. The faculty and administration of the University of Michigan Flint. Chancellor Susan Borrego. Go for it. If you are able, please rise and join in the singing of our national anthem.
The faculty of the university, please rise and be recognized. The President of Student Government and the representative of Staff Council of the university, please rise and be recognized. Now, to give our formal welcoming remarks and to address our new students, please welcome to the podium the 7th Chancellor of the University of Michigan-Flint, Chancellor Susan E. Borrego.
Good afternoon and welcome both to new students and families that are in the room and to the faculty who have all joined us this afternoon. This is a new event for us to have everybody here proceeding. And the same people that clapped for you as you walk in, in my first commencement here, watched clap for all the graduates, and it's really a powerful moment. So we're really pleased to welcome you. Your first year, this is the beginning of my third, so my junior year, if you will. And let me tell you a little bit about what I've learned that may interest you. A whole bunch of what I learned wouldn't interest you, but there are a few things that might. The most common thread to the stories I've heard in the 2 years I've been here are stories from our current students and alumni. And this is what they say, and these are just some quotes taken right out of conversation or right out of what they've written. The faculty and staff here go the extra mile. The faculty invite me to be involved with them in research projects. The faculty are committed to my success. The staff knew who I was. Someone invited me from faculty or staff to join them in a community engagement project. Over and over again, and it doesn't really matter if they're current students or alums that are 2 years out or people who were here a decade ago, the common thread is that this was a place that the faculty and staff were committed to their success, to the student's success. One of our strengths and something that sets us apart is the commitment of that faculty and staff. This doesn't mean you won't have bumps or you might have a class that you think, why do I have this class? It does mean that you can find a way through those and that there are a group of people here committed to your success. One of the really powerful things about the University of Michigan-Flint is that our classes are taught by faculty who know you. A biology graduate that I knew a couple years ago talked about how everybody in the biology department knew her. She's gone on to medical school now, but she had the benefit of having faculty who could write letters of reference, who knew her and who knew her research. And we're really proud of that at the university. A second strength is our student body. Again and again, students describe the diverse experience they have here. We did some interviews with students and they talked about how fun it was to know people across differences, people that they hadn't ever met before, people that came, international students or people that came from around the state. And often they'll comment on the diversity. We want to be a place that creates the kind of space that accepts differences and is inclusive, and sometimes that's a challenge. We won't always agree, but we can work to develop the skills to agree to disagree, to grapple with issues like freedom of speech and what it means to create an environment that supports the learning of every person. This is something that we are continually committed to and working on. Students will often talk about their friends becoming family. If you don't believe me, ask them. You'll hear from Manusha a little bit later, but ask Manusha or Antoine, student body president or vice president. Ask the guys on the hockey team. Yes, we also have a women's hockey team. I just haven't had the chance to get to know them as well. Ask the students from BSU or your orientation leaders or your RAs. The list go on and on. We have an excellent group of students that attend the University of Michigan-Flint, and they're open-hearted, and it's a great, they create a great climate on campus. A third strength is the level of hands-on learning opportunities in and outside the classroom. From community-based research, class projects, volunteer opportunities, and research projects, at U of M Flint, you'll utilize the skills you're developing in the classroom nearly every day as you have the chance to get involved. I'm not really keen on the term real world. I know some people think that the university isn't the real world and it's out there somewhere. And certainly college life is different in some ways, but a number of you may work or volunteer already. You're taking care of parents or siblings or grandparents all while you're in school. This is your real world, and education is part of that real world. Who you are and what you bring to this environment is something we value and contributes to the quality of the education at the University of Michigan Flint. Who you are matters to us. And the last thing I'll mention is that I deeply appreciate Flint. In spite of the challenges it has faced and is facing, Flint was important in the development of the United States. It should be important in its present and in its future. Flintstones are resilient, tough, smart, and committed. It's not a perfect community. I know some of you Googled. We recently did some research and heard that people out county and some people in county have perspectives about Flint and who Flint is and what Flint is. And I'll tell you, in my 2 years, people who come to visit, whether they're from Ann Arbor or Southern California, they always walk away saying, wow, this isn't what I expected. We're pretty proud to be a part of this community who is equally proud to have the University of Michigan Flint here, and they love having college students in town. This semester will mark the university's 60th year. We anticipate you becoming one of the 40,000 alumni of the University of Michigan Flint, and we're really excited about that. So mark it down. We're ready to have you have this experience, become one of our alums. Have a great year, and go blue.
Thank you, Chancellor. As new students, you'll likely have lots of questions about the University of Michigan Flint. To help you as you begin your educational journey on our campus, Professor Tom Roble asked his fellow faculty members for words of wisdom for students.
You describe yourself as a person who enjoys listening and assisting.
You describe yourself as a painter, a sculptor, a potter, and an artist.
You make time to cultivate your skills in chemistry.
You describe yourself as having leadership skills, strong work ethic, and academic integrity.
You describe yourself as being on the varsity swim team for 4 years and elected captain this year.
You describe yourself as a high school student in the rigorous diploma program.
You were chosen to be captain of your varsity tennis team.
You describe yourself as a conscious adult, a leader.
You wrote, I want to make people feel comfortable in their own skin. Everybody deserves to love themselves. I am not saying I can change the world, but I'm going to try.
You wrote, art is an oath of compassion which compels artists to trust those viewing their soul to be gentle, and viewers to remain benevolent when beholding the creation of another.
You wrote, I hold high standards for myself and will not only make sure that I succeed, but will also dedicate myself to my classmates' success as well. Teamwork, support, and creating lasting personal relationships are just as important as independent study and prosperity.
You wrote, you can't just wish and hope for something to come true. You have to make it happen. These are the words of my personal hero, 1980s television star, Pee Wee Herman.
And you wrote, surrounding myself with a more diverse crowd helped me to reach my full potential. It has refined my views of the world and has given me the courage to share them.
You wrote, another source of my determination comes from my want to make my parents proud. I want my parents to know that they do not have to be concerned about me because I am heading down to the road to success.
You wrote, I work at overcoming obstacles and attaining my goals. I have learned how little benefit there is to complaining and how I am the writer of my own destiny. It is up to me to accomplish what I want to accomplish.
You wrote, I believe that monitoring and caring for patients' health and comfort requires kindness, patience, and attention to detail.
Welcome.
Welcome.
Welcome. Welcome.
안녕하세요.
Welcome.
Welcome to the University of Michigan Flint.
As you can see, our faculty are deeply invested in your individual success. Today's keynote speaker embodies the best quality of our amazing faculty. Professor Clement Chen is a professor of accounting and also the chair of the Department of Accounting, Finance, and International Business. He was recently honored with the distinguished David M. French Professorship, which is named after the founding dean of the University of Michigan Flint. This professorship is awarded to faculty for teaching excellence and high-quality scholarly endeavors. We're thrilled to have Professor Chen as our keynote speaker today. Please join in welcoming him to the podium.
Good evening. Welcome to University of Michigan Flint. This year, our great university celebrates its 60th years anniversary. You have embarked on a journey to be part of the next 60 years of the university. I encourage you to achieve the following 4 goals during your career at University of Michigan Flint. First, become engaged and responsible leaders. Second, think creatively. Third, develop life skills. And fourth, develop your network. The first goal is to become engaged and responsible leaders. Your education success is increased when you are active participants in the learning processes both inside and outside the classroom. Becoming involved and engaged in activities outside the classrooms are important for development of your leadership and life skills. With more than 100 student organizations to choose from, the University of Michigan Flint has an organization for everyone. These organizations are for various departments, religions, cultural backgrounds, as well as organizations for honors and club sports. There are many distinguished leadership programs I encourage you to participate. Examples are Blueprints Leadership Conference, Catalyst Leadership Retreat, and Lunch to Learn Leadership Series. Further, there are opportunities to become a student instructor in supplemental instructor program or become tutors in the Student Success Center. By taking on leadership roles in these various activities outside the class will make you better leaders because you'll be able to learn from the successes and mistakes. Second goal is to think creatively. I encourage you to step outside of your comfort zone and explore the world around you. Dan Stevens, an actor, once said, "The comfort zone is the greatest enemy to creativity. Moving beyond it necessitates intuition, which in turn configures new perspectives and conquers fears." I will suggest a couple of avenues that you can pursue to develop your critical thinking skills. First, the Undergraduate Research Opportunities Program, Europe, and also Graduate Study Research Assistantship, GSRA, provide opportunities for learning by doing. You can learn about the research processes involved in creating new knowledge. These research ideas are explored scientifically, culminating in new knowledge gained from your research projects. Second, you can participate in the study abroad. University of Michigan Flint's offers ample opportunities for international education. Having been deeply involved in the international exchange programs for over 10 years, I can attest to the success we have had in the area of international education. Each year, University of Michigan Flint faculty and staff lead study abroad programs to different regions around the world, and the programs are very annually and encompass a variety of disciplines. Also, you can participate in the exchange programs, which allows students to study at partner schools in a foreign country for a certain period of time. This is a great opportunity to broaden your horizons by learning about other cultures and different perspectives. The new international experience can enable you to think outside the box, which lead to creative ideas or creative ways of solving problems or reaching your goals. The third goal is to develop life skills and also understanding of one's values, interests, and goals. The interpersonal and communication skills are important life skills. These are skills that need to be sharpened and excelled, as these are skills critical in job market, in addition to your knowledge and experience in your area of specialization. I will encourage you to be respectful and inclusive of people with various identities and perspectives, while enhancing a diverse campus community. We have a diverse student population, with students coming over from over 40 different countries. One positive about this is we don't have to travel to other parts of the world to learn about other cultures and values. Be mindful of the differences and also respectful of other international students, because they are, like you, here to learn about the disciplines, and they are part of this great learning community. Collaboratively and collectively, we can create a richer and transformation experience that you will not have elsewhere. The fourth goal is to develop your own network. Networking is invaluable. It is not only great to make new friends with students in your own areas of specialization, but also with students with different majors and backgrounds. Looking back at my college career many years ago, I've been very fortunate to form lifetime friendships. Thanks to the invention of Facebook, I am able to locate these friends and maintain contacts with them via Facebook with ease today. Through these valuable connections, I am able to receive expert advice about my life and career. Better yet, I'm blessed to still receive encouragement and support from them from all over the world. Lastly, I'll end my talk with a quote from Steve Jobs. Your time is limited, so don't waste it. Don't waste it living someone else's life. Don't let the noise of others' opinions drown out your own inner voice. And most important, have the courage to follow your heart and intuition. I wish you great successes throughout your career at University of Michigan Flint. Go Blue.
Thank you, Professor Chen. Talent abounds at the University of Michigan Flint. We are very fortunate to have a vibrant music department here on campus, and tonight we will enjoy the artful performance of pianist Benjamin Cunningham, who is a senior pursuing his degree in music education. Please welcome Benjamin Cunningham. Thank you, Benjamin. Student Government President Minusha Arumugam is an honors student here at UM Flint. She recently returned from Columbia University in New York City, where she spent the summer studying tiny worms as part of a biology research project. Minusha is here this evening to lead our new students in the New Student Pledge. Please welcome Student Government President Minusha Arumugam.
Good evening, and welcome to our university. I am proud to serve as the President of Student Government. I would now like to ask Chancellor Borrego to join me at the podium for the new Student Pledge. Incoming students, please rise. Chancellor Borrego, the students standing before us have met all the requirements for admissions to the University of Michigan-Flint. They are gathered here this evening to be welcomed as members of our community. These men and women have spent countless hours preparing for the journey on which they are about to embark. I present to you the new students of Fall 2016.
Members of the incoming class, I welcome you to the University of Michigan-Flint with all the rights, privileges, and responsibilities pertaining hereto. As you embark upon this journey, I invite each one of you to become the person you're meant to be, to seek a deeper understanding of life, to discover the discipline for which you have passion, practice the art of forgiveness, and never be afraid to ask for help. Michelangelo said, "The greatest danger for most of us is not that our aim is too high and we miss it, but that it's too low and we reach it."
Students, please remain standing. The new Student Pledge is projected on video screens around the room and in your program. I invite you to join me in reciting our pledge. I'm joining the University of Michigan-Flint community. Personal growth. And academic honesty, responsibility, and integrity. To dedicate myself to the ongoing pursuit of knowledge and truth. To respect the differences among all members of my community. To challenge myself to learn, to examine my beliefs, values, and goals. To accept responsibilities for all my actions. And to support the values of the University of Michigan-Flint. Congratulations and go blue.
The new student convocation ceremony is now complete. The audience is requested to remain in the seats until the line of march has completely exited. You may join your students in the courtyard for a celebration reception to honor the occasion. Thank you, and indeed, go blue.